Anti-Afro Svengalis. I'm going to play a clip for you, but I want to set it up so you'll know what's going on. There's a situation going on between Remix and Nikki Proctor Walden, aka NPW. What does it have to do with me? NPW insisted on bringing me in to this situation, and there's another part to that. But what occurred is there's another person who has nothing to do with the situation who decided she would make some disparaging comments about Remix. So he comes up on the board and confronts her. He also has a bone to pick with NPW, and you'll see how quickly her avatar gets off the panel. Watch the screen very carefully. But the other person who it has nothing to do with the situation directly or indirectly, again, was making these comments about Remix, and he addressed it. After you hear Remix leave the panel, you are going to hear comments by this individual. I am not giving her name. I'm not propping her up. You'll hear the name. Remix will say her name, but I'm not mentioning her name. Listen very carefully to her response, getting into a situation that has nothing to do with her, and ponder for a second what you see on the screen about equality. Stay tuned and I will return.
I told y'all, it seems like I'm the only female around here that, can get y'all niggas dicks up.
Oh shit. Hold on. Hold on. Wait,
they know I'm here.
Wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, bitch. Hey, you bitch ass niggas. Hey, look. Hey, bitch. That Josephine bitch. Look, shut the fuck up, ho.
Look,
I don't even want to talk to you, ho.
But
anyway, Nikki, you was on my dick, bitch.
No.
These facts. These are fucking facts, you ho. You was a hoe. I've been exposed, you bitch. How's I'm begging for anything? Bitch, I ain't begging for nobody. Y'all begging for me for something. Yeah, shut the fuck up, bitch.
I wish he would put his hands on me because I would break every last one of his fingers and his wrists. Do you understand me? He goes around like, don't let the soft voice fool you. But I will whoop Remix's ass. I would hit that nigga in the back of the head with a motherfucking brick if he tried to put his hands on me.
Right.
I will beat that nigga with a sock and a softball in that bitch. Do you understand me?
Okay, so now we're imposing violence in this situation. Where is violence coming in where this person is concerned? No threats of violence were made to this individual, but this person's bringing up violence with respect to Remix. Let's make it clear. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. You don't have a right to threaten people with violence. This is what these females do. They get so far out of line, taking things to a level. Where does violence have to do with anything? This is someone who has nothing to do with the situation. But you know what I have to do now? I have to make sure you understand what reality is when it comes to females who threaten men with violence. Don't take it lightly. And this is not saying people should be afraid. Just don't take it lightly, because a female is making it clear that she's going to take a weapon to a man and expects to be treated with respect, with deference, and wants protection. Get it, people? These females are out of control, and they're demanding that you treat them like royalty, although their value system and their behavior is below sewer level. Stay tuned and I will return.
You knew it was me. Come on. You knew. And you didn't care. Well, I think she should know that.
She can't fucking stand you, for Christ's sake. You're too needy, you're always clingy, you're constantly in her face.
You're nuts, you know that? Yeah, I think you're out of your skull. That's what I think.
I won't say a word, okay?
Yeah, well, you won't have to say a word, sweetheart, because I'm gonna tell her myself.
No!
Fucking bitch! Oh.
Okay, people, let me direct you to the article below the video title. This actually played out in reality out of Houston, Texas. Check out the article. And forget about the person you just heard. I was using this person to illustrate a point that she was sticking her nose where it doesn't belong, but so willing to invoke violence. Now, the whole situation about NPW and Remix, NPW is livid because Remix released text messages that they shared. Well, I'm confused because NPW thought it was funny. Well, let me see, your handcuffs sold emails. Yeah, she sold emails that she got from me on suppression, which means she saw nobody else's email address. She never received any chains. She never got any audio, any photos of a sensitive nature. And by the way, that fake photo of Dumpsy's family was a family posted on, I think it was Instagram or Facebook. So that's not confidential. There was a public photo. At any rate, NPW thought that was funny. And she also didn't do anything when, let me see, your handcuffs sold text messages from someone else. So it was funny then, but it's not funny now. Why is it not funny now? If you laugh at somebody who's going through a situation, then you should be laughing at yourself. Well, I'll tell you why it's not so funny, because the nature of those emails is very different. Okay. I'm not going to tell, let me see your handcuffs, sexual details in any respect. Are you serious? But she got sanctioned. You're not going to be able to sanction Remix for sharing your text messages. And you are obviously concerned because you brag about being a happily married woman, but you are engaging in sexual conversations with someone else and talking about how you miss the person. Hey, I don't even give a hoot about your feelings towards Remix. That is you. But you were a hypocrite. You laughed and you relished when my privacy was violated, specifically my email address. But now she wants all the sympathy and talking about shameless men and all this. Shameless men? Are you serious? You see the hypocrisy? I can threaten the man with violence, but they can't threaten me with violence. I can hit the man, but they can't hit me. And speaking of threats, NPW threatens violence. And listen to me, Phony Ton, you're cursed by Carrie, who also threatens violence because you're messing with people you shouldn't be messing with. That's why that curse is going to follow you around. You are attacking people who've done nothing to you other than to defend their dignity. You don't have any clue about that. That's why you can't shake the Carrie Ann curse. That's your problem, running around here complaining about people who you are disrespecting. Again, you're not going to shake that curse until you do right by other people. And that is something you're going to have to deal with. But let me tell you something, people. These females around here, they're worse than what they claim the men are. They are reckless. They have no self-control. They're vulgar. They have no class. Their self-respect is non-existent. And they whine and cry about respect, about protection. And what do they use as swords and shields? I have a degree. I'm educated. I have a master's degree. I have a doctorate degree. Doesn't matter. Your behavior is trash. Your value system is trash. It is below sewer level. Yes, that's what I'm telling you because it's true. You don't engage in this kind of conduct. Getting out here in an open forum, accusing people of being child molesters with absolutely no supporting evidence, just coming out of your nasty, ratchet mouth, sexually harassing other people, which is what NPW is doing to me. So let me make it very clear. Remix is not me. I'm not Remix. As far as I know, Remix is not a public servant. He's not obligated like you're obligated to control your conduct. That's the problem, people. They're up here, listen, they're complaining about these men who they say are low class, and look how they're acting. They're acting worse than the men that they claim are lowly. If that wasn't the case, she would not find herself in this situation that she's in. Why are you having sexual conversations with a lowly man according to your standard? It doesn't work. You can't have it both ways. Same thing with this. I'm saying Carrie Ann's name because I want to make sure, damn sure you all know who I'm talking about. Claiming to be so high class and sedity, your mouth is worse than any dude probably on YouTube or in social media. And I put that in context. If you have a group of men are sitting around and they're having this conversation and it's graphic, that's one thing. You're in a group, everybody's in agreement with this. People like this, not just this Carrie Ann person, but Nikki and this other person and the few others that they run with, they don't give a damn where they are. They're going to jump up on a board and start talking about dick sucking and their pussies and everything else. It's crass. It's revolting. It's not attractive. And you can hear the men recoil. I don't see any man that's turned on by someone who is habitually crass and disgusting. But this is what we have here. And they get so angry that people have a response to it. They go on the attack when people say, oh my goodness, this is uncouth. No, the conduct is highly questionable. And what do you know? It ends up in text messages. What do you know? It ends up in virtually every conversation these individuals have. They have to infuse sex. People want to discriminate and try to say men do this. Well, you see females doing it. And they have no shame. They have no restraint. Absolutely none. And they want to throw up in the midst of all this. I have a degree. I have a master's degree. I have a doctorate degree. Again, it makes no difference. Your value system is what counts. It doesn't have a damn thing to do with any freaking degree or what job you hold. It's the value system. People have a right to defend themselves. So if they're coming at somebody with vulgarity and disgusting and revolting commentary, the person can decide whether or not they're going to respond in kind. That's how that works. But unfortunately for NPW, I haven't responded in kind, which is why I'm moving forward with my plans. And that's a whole different video. Will never get me to replicate the conduct that she is engaged in, which is actionable. But the hypocrisy to run around here crying and screaming about shameless men when you don't even look at yourselves is ridiculous. There's always people ready to jump on bullshit. But no self-respecting woman is going to conduct herself in this manner and expect everybody to bow down and just worship. It's not working, and that's why you hear and see this frustration, this lashing out at everybody. Well, I am not going to be the alternative. This is horrendously embarrassing for public servants. People bragging about their education, and there's just their conduct is this deplorable, people. But this is what happens when you continue to talk to men in the same manner and thinking they're all the same. They're all going to just roll over and play dead. But what is even more outrageous and actually pitiful, if you really think about it, they go on these tirades and these tantrums and on and on. And let me be very clear. People send me clips for a specific reason. They always seem to bring up me and Rev G. And we are collecting this information for legal purposes. I don't give a damn about anything that Carrie Ann has to say in terms of content or NPW. I don't think she has I don't think she has a channel. She wants everybody else to do her dirty work. But the temper tantrum, so I'm telling people, please get me specifically to the point. I absolutely cannot listen to these people crying and whining and complaining and throwing temper tantrums because they don't feel respected. In order to get respect, it starts with self-respect, which is something these two don't have any concept of. Because if you did, you sure as hell wouldn't be conducting yourself like this on the international airwaves. Obviously, there's much more to come, but be clear. If you put my name into something, you damn well better believe I'm likely to respond, especially when it involves a third party that you're trying to get to attack me. And that's exactly what NPW did, and it failed. There is much more to come. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.